And apparently, actually, the last entry for June 17th, apparently there were 160,000 posts stored in the role-playing forum and its archives. And for those who don't know, the archives for TGC and the role-playing forum were totally wiped in 2005 with a hack. And then they've been wiped a couple times because we switched from EasyBoard to Yuku and so on. And we have a limit to how many we can carry. So if there's 160,000 still stored in there, that is a pretty impressive number.
That's a lot, bro.
And the question you asked is, how many of them are yours? I know when we had it before 2005, it was 200,000, and I knew for a fact that 20,000 were mine. But now there's not that many of mine.
All I can say is that there is only a maximum of 450 of mine.
Well, we can work on that, can't we?
Hey, I've said it about 1,000 times. I can't help it. With the nature of my brain, my socialization ends up happening like this. But still,
also,
that doesn't mean that it works for everybody. I still encourage all of our members to go out there and post their
Indeed. But another warning to certain people, since TGC, for its history archive, every year, well, actually we started last year, we do interviews with members. I was interviewed last year. I interviewed Keel last year. That's actually a pretty cool interview.
Whoa.
But if you started your interview and you have not yet finished,
finish it!
This is your warning. You need to finish it or your interview will be deleted. There are 4 people who have not yet finished. Should we just read who they are? I don't
know. Do we really want to put them on the front burner like that? You really want to burn their spot? Nah, let's give them a freebie. How about this? Next podcast, those who actually didn't finish, we're going to blow your spot and make you look like a jackass across the whole board.
Okay, we'll go with that. There's 4 people so far, so please reply. These interviews are actually quite cool. They don't really last that long.
Yeah, I've actually been reading them as they've been going on, to be honest with you.
There's 12 posts, 14. The longest is 14 posts. It doesn't take very long. Just reply. Give thoughtful answers. Give honest, thoughtful answers. These aren't things to troll.
No. Don't troll the interview. You actually do the interview. I mean, honestly, I'll tell you, I would be honored if somebody went, "Hey, dude, you want to do an interview for for TGC?" I'd have been like, "Whoa, cool, yeah, dude."
And other TGC news, of course, tonight is the Saturday Night RP, which we advertised last week. It's the one with the pirates and the Fountain of Youth. Of course, based off of the 4th Pirates of the Caribbean movie on Stranger Tides. And of course, we have some other news, which Valerie Holloway, who does our Anton sighting segment and will be hopefully a guest later today. It's her birthday, which means everyone who sees her, wish her a happy birthday.
It's her birthday! Awesome!
And if you didn't remember by next week when you listen to this, wish her a late happy birthday. Late is better than never.
That's right. It's the thought that counts.
And of course,
although presents are pretty cool too.
Presents are really cool.
Sorry, I had to throw that in there, man. I mean, come on.
So, happy birthday, Viori.
Happy birthday!
Hopefully you have a good one. I know you just moved. Enjoy it the best you can.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Have fun, kick butt, and a little personalized shout out. Happy birthday, Wicked Bitch Cakes. Happy birthday. Remember, that is a valid nickname in the state of New Jersey.
True.
In fact, her CT at the Alliance, I believe, actually has that in there.
Really? Did you have anything to do with this CT?
No, but I know that my CT at the Alliance is actually, what was it? Riori Holloway's ass jack. Why? That's kind of like our nickname for each.
Could you explain this?
No, it's just our nicknames for each other. It was really weird. We were just sitting there, and I just called her. I just called her Wicked Bitch Cakes out of thin air, and it stuck. You know what? Since she's being interviewed, we can ask her.
Hey, okay, we'll do that.
She probably remembers. But what else we got going on here, man? I know we got a few other things going down. In fact, I think there's another ball coming up.
Really?
Yeah. So,
another?
Yeah, Keel posted about it. Actually, it's called the Liberty Ball. I'm thinking it's out of characterly centered around 4th of July. Duh, Liberty Ball. Let me see if I can... Yep, there it is. If you want, you can go into the OOC Community Forum. That's a little redundant. But right there, it's only a couple threads down. The Liberty Ball, sign up and planning. Already 155 replies.
We have so many.
I'll give you a little info from it. Let's just pop this up. Yeah, basically, it's, the Liberty Ball. Might take me a little bit to scan through to figure out exactly when it might be happening, but...
I guess that Keel just wishes that his great big balls be held every night, right?
Absolutely, because it says right there he was laying in bed one night when all of a sudden the idea popped into his head, the Liberty Ball.
I wonder if his balls are always bouncing to the left and to the right.
Not going to go there. Anyhow. Wow.
Do you think he has big balls? I know TGC has some pretty big balls.
Well, dude, I've seen his legs, and those things are... Dude, man, he's got legs like a Clydesdale.
Really? Clydesdale?
He's a runner. That's what he does. He runs.
Clydesdale legs.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, he has the legs of Atlas. That's kind of nasty. Which is kind of foreboding in a weird way, because if you tick him off and he decides to mule kick you, you're not going to be in pain. His whole leg's going to go through your chest.
And on that thought, I think we're going to wrap up this segment, because there's apparently not too much news on TGC, and I don't want to talk about his legs anymore.
Yeah, bullshit.
Shh, don't tell anyone.
I'll try. Your secret's safe.
No one hears this. And let's switch over to something else. This podcast is brought to you by the Gungan Council, a Yuku community. Come visit us today at thegungancouncil.yuku.com and join us in a galaxy far, far away.
I could call Riori if you want. This will probably be part of some greatest outtakes. Like, hey, remember that time Bane and Ket tried to get a hold of Riori?
It failed. Well, when we do get her on, though, we need to sing her happy birthday.
Oh, absolutely. I was going to sing her happy birthday in some weird voice, like Sean Connery or something.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Come on, bitch, pick up the phone.
Toby, you. Happy birthday. Oh, well. Okay.
No, you know what? She told me she didn't know she wasn't sure the exact time.
I told her noon on the phone.
Well, dude, it's her birthday. Give her some slack.
I told Nomad to tell her noon.
It's her birthday, and he's there with her, and you know how.
That's why I wanted her on the show.
I know, but dude, it's her birthday, and Mike's with her. Give her a break. I think her brain might be a little preloaded at the moment. Shit happens. It's okay. We can improvise. Whoopsie. Anyway, all right.
Does not comprehend people visiting on birthdays.
Yes, really, honestly. At that point, the human brain shuts down.
Do not comprehend.
Too much blood flowing to other areas. Anyhow.
Okay.
So from here...
Sound check.
Okay, I can unmute now?
Okay.
That's
so, now we're going to introduce him. Okay, for our guest today, we have Ticira Hawk again, who was our first guest on the show.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, hello there. If you could please back away from the mic just a little bit.
Please do
There we
not
go,
eat
perfect.
the mic while you're here.
Yes, please do not eat your laptop screen. You won't be able to see what's going on.
I'm not.
So if you can't accomplish this, take photos. It'll look quite cool.
No offense, but I'm pretty sure that if everybody saw her basically deep-throating her laptop, I don't think she'd ever live it down.
No, probably not.
Well, as our guest, we wanted you to come in and talk about all these TGC-Cons that are going on, because over the past month, we've had...
8,000?
A lot.
Yeah, quite a bit.
And you've actually been the instigator of most of it. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what we're talking about when you say TGC-Con?
of TGC-Cons basically is those members of TGC coming out and going out into the world and actually meeting each other in real life. So it's actually quite fun and awesome. It just started back in, I believe it was December, where we were like, okay, we must all meet. And we're like, okay, everybody who's in like the West Coast, come on over. We'll try to like plan this. And we were trying to get people from Texas and from all across the U.S. to come over and visit. And then we did this big, huge planning list. And it was awesome. Ended up having, it was Bane, Hakio, Ryori, Shaka, Sophie, Skiplone. Am I forgetting anybody? I don't know if I'm forgetting anybody.
Yourself.
For at least for the West Coast one. But ended up coming over for the West Coast, TGC West Coast. And we had Disneyland, did a whole bunch of awesome stuff. Then there was the road trip.
Road trip.
Yeah, road trip.
I touched on this earlier in the podcast.
Oh, you did. Awesome.
I had to. I was involved.
Yes, you were. Yes, you were. The cool thing about it is that it was obviously it's not the first time that people from TGC have come together and met. I believe it happened last year with Bane. But I guess it just started this like huge trend with everybody's like, hey, we have to meet each other. So now we've had like the TGC-Con road trip. We've had Rach and Kurt coming over to visit. I know they went over to visit Beth and Kat. And it's like everybody's like, hey, let's actually meet up. And it's actually following through. So I'm like pretty stoked about that.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
So you talked about the one in California. That was the one which we've talked about a little bit before. I was there. Others were there. Went to Disneyland. Went to the beach. Built lightsabers and so on.
Romans
but then you
on the sand.
Yes, something about that. I got kicked in the face.
That was great. That was absolutely great. I love the pictures.
But you should let's talk about your next segment a bit from when you actually traveled across the country and visited TGCers as you went.
Yeah,
yes.
that's.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, that's one way to make moving seem completely awesome. It's like, hey, I got an idea. Let's just road trip across to where we're going to move to and see everybody.
Exactly. Basically, me and Ryori were moving from the West Coast to the East Coast. And instead of actually flying there, we're like, hey, let's road trip it. Let's meet as many people as we can from TGC while we're at it. It's going to cost us just about the same anyway, so...
Yeah, might as well make it fun.
Exactly, and so much fun. The first people we ended up meeting we ended up taking a 3-hour detour from our ride to go over to Texas and meet up with Aiden Qatar. We met up with Chaos. Met up with his wife, Seldor. Who else did we meet up?
Oh dear God!
Yes,
Chaos
and that. Let me tell you,
overload.
Epic.
I heard something about a monkey walk.
Yes. Oh my God.
I saw that. Oh my God. I'm never going to let him live this down.
Something about
No. I have to tell you, people from TGC really do personify their characters. They're like, wow, it was like Chaos Maxtor brought to life. Just right there, full tentacle, right there, bam.
Oh, dude. I'm pretty sure that Karal and Rach could say the same with me.
Oh yes. It was just amazing. We were just randomly video recording, and we were like, "Hey, do something." He's like, "Okay," and then his wife, his wife was like, "Why don't you do the monkey walk?" He's like, "Okay," and he just starts doing the monkey walk.
That was awesome. So wrong.
Yes, and then
here he did it in IHOP.
We're like, "Okay, we're gonna go out to eat." And then Ryori is like, hey, do the monkey walk inside into Denny's. And he goes, okay. And he does the monkey walk as we go in. It was so hilarious because the waiter's just looking at him all weird. And he was just like, just doing the monkey walk.
Dude, that's awesome. He monkey walked. I'll tell you right now, I don't know how many, Clerks fans we have that listen, but to those that get it, had I been there, I probably would have followed behind him doing the Randall. Oh yeah, I would have done the Randall. I would have done it across the table. I wouldn't have cared.
Oh my God. wish.
No, me and KS has said it before. We're not allowed to meet because the world would implode.